Well, I got this light, this Cliq light, if you can just see it there. And I did a video on it a while back, and it was pretty reasonable, and it's a smart light, and it has an alarm on it, and it also has a braking sensor, so when you brake, the light gets brighter. So it has some really good features. But I've been using it and using it on my helmet, so it goes brighter when I ride, but I've had a few problems with it. So let's roll that intro and let's have a look at where the weak spots are with this light. Well, this light here is called the Cliq light, and it comes in this box here, and you can see the box right there. And it's been actually pretty good until in the winter I rode it through some really heavy downpours. And once I rode it through some downpours, it started to play up. And typically, like I've had with some other products, which is a very common brand, which I won't mention their name, the rain, the heavy rain, somehow, I don't know if it's because it changes humidity inside of it, but they start to play up, and they start to play up where they don't operate as they're supposed to when you push the buttons. And I've had this with other lights before. And what happens is now it won't switch on when you press it. If I hold it in, if I click it once, it's supposed to go on. And then if I get it to go on and I hold it in and turn it off, it doesn't turn off. So it's really starting to play up. So I can't really recommend this light. Now, I was a little bit annoyed with Cliq because I did a video on them before, which was basically a review, and it was mostly pretty positive. The only thing is they use this very old LED system that they have, which have been around for ages. They're not using the more modern diffuse type LEDs that you have in the more modern lights. And also the clip. Now the clip's been okay. I haven't had any problems with the clip. It looked like that could be quite fragile, but it does actually work quite well. But the problem I've had is now with the functionality of the actual light itself. And what they did is they actually copied part of that video, cut it up so they only had the positive bits, and then made it their own and put it on the Instagram page. Now, that's verging very, very close to the wind on copyright. They could have asked me or whatever, which I think would have been reasonable, but they didn't. So I was a little bit disgusted by that from a big company, because a lot of these big companies, as we've known, they get irate very easily and start sending you solicitors letters and threatening you and whatever. And then you have these companies, and they're actually taking advantage of just pretty much pinching stuff without any clarification and taking it, which is copyright. It's not fair use. It's only fair use if you add some sort of criticism or some sort of commentary to it, like just say I was responding to someone else's opinion, or I take a bit of footage and I add my own commentary to it, or I may use that as an example just to show for more generalization. So what you do is you need to change the meaning of that clip, which they didn't. They just copied it, cut it up into sections and stuck it together and made it their own. Well, anyway, enough of whining. I just put something on the Instagram page. I don't think they took it down or did anything. I don't really care. They can use my content because it's YouTube, and if you want to play in the sandpit, that's what it is. That's the sandpit of YouTube. People do take stuff, critique stuff. On Instagram, they take your photos. I've had that before. They just completely straightly copy your stuff. So that's what it is. That's social media. People copy stuff all the time. You might have 50 channels, and they're actually just completely copied the content directly, which is actually illegal. So anyway, guys, getting back to the light, I really can't recommend this because I don't think I've had this for a year. It's under a year and it started to play up. And this is where I find that a lot of these lights, they really have a bit of an issue. It's where you take them either into very heavy rainy conditions, or if you take them up in elevation where you've gone up like onto a mountain, because what happens is if there is any moisture inside, that changes from the moisture outside, and the pressure, the air pressure changes, and then the moisture might become free in there, so they have moisture inside and that buggers them up as well. So that's it, guys. In conclusion, can't really recommend the Cliq smart light. It is still working, but I have to press the button like 5 or 6 times to get it to go and 5 or 6 times to get it off. So it's just a pain in the neck for me to use now. So I'm going to put it away and use another light I've got. Okay, guys, I'll catch you next vid. Cheers.